Anyway, I come from a long line of men and women who did exactly what was expected of them. Oh, you were fine. Your whole world could be falling apart as long as your shoes matched your purse. You're fine as long as you do everything on the list. You hide what's happening over here. Just follow the list, baby doll. You'll be just fine. And like I said, I couldn't follow the list. I couldn't go through the motions because I believe life's too short for us to just go through the motions, even at work. You spend a lot of time here. Make it count. And so I jumped off and I became, wait for it, a professional storyteller. I know it's weird. I bet you don't have a class for that here, do you? But that didn't stop me. I had a card made up, website, everything. That was my job. I would tell stories and I'd find people to pay me to come tell them. So I would go to these networking events and people would talk about what they do for a living, or I'm a teacher, I sell insurance, or I'm a nurse, and you can nod and get your arms around that. You try raising your hand and saying, I'm a professional storyteller. People go, oh, isn't that nice? And they look at you like they're not sure whether to congratulate you or pet you. And don't feel sorry for me. That was the same look I got from my daddy when I told him I was quitting the family business to tell stories for a living. He's a loving man. He didn't say anything negative, but I could see him clenching his jaw and crunching the numbers he'd spent on my education. And he got that look that said, bless your heart. You're an idiot. And he hasn't quite taken that look off yet. But that's okay. Because I've learned not to live according to the expectations of other people. Mama wasn't much better. She said, I don't know what to tell people that you do. I was like, good grief, let's put things in perspective here. I've got a sister who has an aerial view of Graceland tattooed on her back. My brother thinks Bin Laden is posing as his shift supervisor over at that Golden Corral. And I'm the disappointment. And I'm going to tell you, in case you had any kind of idea that that's a glamorous job, it's not. Being a storyteller is not glamorous. For years, I got paid in things like chicken. Sweet tea and chicken. And you didn't get to fancy hotels. You get to Motel 6s after they wash the evidence off the walls. I once stayed in a room, y'all, it still had the yellow body tape outline on the floor. I paid the maid $5 to take a picture of me laying in it. I sent it home to Mama with a note saying, won't be home for Christmas. And she didn't think that was very funny, for the record. But it makes sense that I would be a storyteller because I love words. I love to put them together and to see the effect of those words. You know, words can build people up or they can crush them in moments. I see it over and over and over again. The looks on someone's face when you look them in the eyes and say, I see you. You matter. We appreciate you. Thank you. We don't hear that enough.